Hey guys, and we're here for the video I spoke of before. It is, as I lean over to get it, a Lego set, a Hobbit Lego set. As it focuses, will it do it? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's the Dol Guldur set, the Ambush Dol Guldur set. Jeff, of course, was nice enough to give me this for Christmas, so thank you again, Mr. Jeff. And let's crack on with the video as it again tries to focus. Still figuring out this camera. So if there are any inconsistencies, please take that into consideration. There's something about this camera that I've noticed, and it's when I put my horribly white pale flesh into the screen with the shot of toys, the brightness changes. I don't know where the brightness feature is on this camera. It's probably not listed as brightness. It might be iOS or something like that, but I need to turn that off so it stops doing it quite so much. And again, if anyone wants to make suggestions for a good lens that does better job focusing than this, quicker, and has a bigger range to its focus, and obviously is a bit more silent than this one. As I can see, I'm kind of not. There it is. I'm better there. Like I say, please let me know. It can't be too expensive. It should hopefully be one I can actually afford to buy, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, let's get on with the video before I waffle on anymore.
Okay guys, so this is our set. We have a little bit of a scenery from Dol Guldur, I think is how you pronounce it. We have one catapult, and our three minifigs are two Gundabar orcs and one Bjorn. And then of course we have two random skulls. Yay! I think the scenery piece is quite nice. I do like the jaggedy bits going across the door and the bit of weed coming out of the side of the wall, but I would have liked maybe a couple more other pieces just to break up the amount of grey that's in here. Maybe a couple more of those brick bits would have helped, I don't know, break up how flat some of this feels at least. But still, it does feel different from, say, like the Mines of Moria. Let's talk about the little feature on the side here, because we do have a little flick missile here, so you can open up this side part. And inside, we don't have any room for storage, really, but we do have this extra tooth, which is nice and pointy. And we do have a flick missile. Yay, flick missiles! But not really. Yeah, you push it and it shoots out, because missiles, they exist, I suppose. You do also get a second one, and here it is. There, you get two. Grand. Fan-dabby-dozy, I suppose. And if you want, I guess you can open up the side here and put one of the flick missiles in this way round. So when you open it up, you can fire it towards yourself. Whatever, sure. It's an extra play feature. Or, well, how about you get a little minifig and put him in there and you go 1, 2, 3, grah, squish. And he's dead. Yay. Now, I did mention it before, but let's have a look now at the back here where we have our main feature, which is, of course, these big swingy things here. And that's done by this little piece in here. It's flat and allows smooth and nice motions, and I'll show you a quick shot of that now. So we have your normal donut shape, and this is the new donut shape, which will probably be used in the Simpsons set. And it's nice and smooth, and allows that nice smooth motion, which is real nice here. And kind of needed, just so you can get this good swinging motion with the arms here, and, you know, there's no flopping around or anything. Same for this. I like these pieces on the top as well. They're kind of foreboding. So let's get a minifig when he's in focus, and let's show you how this works. I'll move these out of the way so it's a bit easier. Okay. So we have these pieces here, which are just to stand him on once there, or we have the double point here to connect him on, and it's a bit easier here. So let's swing and kill us an orc. Boosh! He's dead. A little bit harder on the twos there. If you put them on the ones, I'm calling them, it's a little bit easier. I do find the hammer not to be quite as effective as the axes. I don't find that it goes far enough outwards to really get a good whack in there. And this first stud really does nothing. I find it easier as well to put him around the back, because sometimes, at least when you go from the front, I anyway, like, knock off these pieces and I'm just kind of jamming him, going, go on, get in. And typically he gets in fine this time around, but you go with the axes, boosh, and he goes flying. He's dead. He ain't getting up from that. But let's see that in instant replay with another orc. Boosh! The last bit really to mention on the actual scenery is this little thing here on the side. Yes, this is an add-on kit and expansion for the Battle of Dol Guldur, or however you pronounce it. So yeah, you add this onto the side, and it's basically, hey, you've got that first set. Why don't you buy the expensive set now so you can have the full thing? Go on, it's got Azog in. Yeah? And it's got that Doctor Who fella in. Yeah? Sneaky Lego. So let's briefly talk about this little catapult, because it is quite neat. It's not amazing, but it's quite cool. It's got little spinny wheels. I do appreciate a wheel that spins. Static wheels are kind of lame. We have two things that are separately here. You can connect them, of course, if you have a 3-bit, and you can badoosh them and maybe hit something, or maybe not. And there is a handle at the back here, so if you really want, you can get, I don't know, Bjorn or another minifig to kind of click onto it and drag it about. But it doesn't look quite right. I'm sure there's a way to make it look cooler, but, you know, maybe you want to just badoosh an orc. Badoosh! You know, fantastic. But let's have a look at the minifigs now, shall we? And we'll start off with the Gundabar orcs. We'll put the fancy one in the background there. He's blurry now. And I really, really like the printing on this. I love all the little bones everywhere. And I love the little spinal column on his back as we pop his hair off. See his horrible little blossomed head with little straggly bits on. But I really do like the prints on these guys. They are really cool. And we'll pop his hair back on because a bald orc is just a sad orc, I find. There we go. You look cooler now, don't you, buddy? Yeah. And I like this guy because obviously there's only one extra piece on, but this kind of shoulder armor really just makes him feel like a commander kind of character. And we do have a flay with him, and he does have the, you know, scimitar, axe, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, I just think these are probably the best kind of orcs that have been made to date. They're just really interesting to look at. And I mean, just let's compare them to the orcs and goblins we've had in the past. We've had a Mordor orc, a Gundabar orc, and we've had the Moria goblin. These, I still think, are just the most interesting of the orcs that have been made to date. But we do have another minifig, Bjorn, who comes chopping in like a crazy madman. He's a bear person or something. Spoilers. He has a tiny axe, which is your standard axe. Interestingly enough, his head's fantastic. I really do like it. I love all the detail in the hair, and he's so angry with giant eyebrows. But the problem is, I think this is a problem. It's not a real issue. This is all one piece, you know, pop it off. And I was really hoping that there was going to be a little minifig head in here, but no, it's just one big piece. And I really would have liked to have this big hairy kind of wig beard thing to, I don't know, stick on a little skull or anything else. It's not a huge issue, but it's a shame. The body's kind of cool. Not as cool as the Gundabar orcs, but again, it's nice, and you're like, oh, he looks like he's made some really nice clothes for himself. And he's got extremely tanned arms. He's like, you know, this guy goes out in the sun a lot. He's working hard all day and whatnot. And he's angry because he's a bear. Grrr. Yeah, I don't know. I like him. He's cool. I prefer the Gundabar orcs, though, personally. And to prove that the Gundabar orcs are cool, this is the wargs that you get from the Attack of the Wargs, and this isn't the exact orc, but it's pretty similar to the ones that you got with the set. And I prefer the Gundabar orcs to be on these. I think they look way more like the warg riders from Lord of the Rings and obviously in The Hobbit. And I just think that they work way better on the wargs than any other orc. I don't know. I don't know if that's just me or what, but I just think they look really, really good on here. And besides, the wargs are really cool little figures as well. So, I mean, that's our set, guys. That's pretty much all of the features, and that's everything. This is, of course, an add-on set, but I do love the Gundabar orcs, as I said. Bjorn's a great little figure, and there's a lot of fun to be had for a £20 price range here. And I think for £20, it took a nice amount of time to build, and it's well worth a look at. If you're not happy with spending £20, you know, Lego does come down in price in time, so, you know, just keep your eyes open. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, as I'm using my camera for the first time. Any issues I will straighten out into the future. And I've got some other things I want to do soon as well, so I will catch you soon, peoples. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.